Hello everyone, this is a short exercise explaining the Word Part 2 exercise. So make sure you download the zip file from the Blackboard, and once you download you have to extract this folder to the desktop. So if you open it, we have the instructions, we have the output file also that shows you how the output would look like, and then we have the skeleton, which is our input file. So let's begin now. So I will go through the instructions. The first few instructions are similar to what we have done in the previous week. So let's see those instructions now. So we have to set up the document according to the instructions given here. The paper size should be A4. The orientation should be landscape this time. Left and right margins should be 1 inch, and top and bottom should be 0.9. So let's do that. I will go to the layout tab. I will change the paper size to A4, and then the orientation should be landscape orientation, and we have the margin values given here also. So I will apply the margin values from the layout margins button here, and I can choose custom margins, and I can give the values which are provided here, that is top and bottom should be 0.9. So top I will choose 0.9 here, and bottom also 0.9. The other two I will set to 1 inch. So I'll press OK. After that, you have to create two paragraph styles. The names are listed here, ST and SU. So let's select ST and create this ST style. So from the home tab, I will go to the styles group and click on the small arrow to open the styles dialog box window. And from here, I can click on this new style button and start creating the new style. The specification of the styles, they are listed here. We have the style which is based on heading 1, so I will choose it is based on heading 1. Then we have the font which is Cambria size 15, and it should be bold. So I will choose the font which is Cambria. Then the size I will set to 15 manually myself. I can make this bold. And what else we have to do? It says the color should be purple. We need to apply the all caps text effect, and also it should be center aligned. So color I can change from here to purple here, and alignment is center aligned. I can do that. And then from the format font settings, I can apply the all caps effect. I'll press OK here, and then we have to apply the paragraph settings, which is the spacing before and after should be 3 points, line spacing 1.5 lines, and I need to apply the bottom border as well. So let's do that. I will go to the format paragraph settings, and here I can set the spacing to 3 points, and here after spacing I will also set to 3 points, and then the line spacing should be 1.5 lines. And also I need the borders, so from format border I will enable the bottom border here, and after that I can press OK. In fact, the style name should be ST. So this is the first style that we have to create, ST. The second one is SU. It is based on normal, and these are the properties. So let's try that one. I will create the new style one more time. The name should be SU based on normal style. The font is Times New Roman, and the size should be 12 inch. And then we can set alignment to justified, and indentation and spacing options I will do after that. So alignment I can change to justified from the format paragraph settings. I can set up the alignment here to justified, and then Indentations, the left indent or before text should be 0.3 inches, which I can set from here. Spacing before and after should be 0 and line spacing should be single. So I will set this to 0.3. Spacing before and after should be 0 and line spacing should be single. So that I will apply now for the SU style. So here I can press OK. So we have created these two styles. Now if we talk about application here, so we have to apply the ST style to these three headings: functions of computing devices, classification, and table of contents. So this is function of computing devices. We have classification of computers, which heading is here, and then the table of content heading is at the end. I will apply the ST style here to these three headings. Then the heading 1 style, which is already available in the library, I will apply data heading, input, processing, and personal computers. So data heading, we have input heading, we have processing, and then personal computers, servers, and supercomputers. So personal computers, servers, and supercomputers. For these headings, I will apply the heading 1 style, which is listed here in the styles group. And for these three headings, output, storage, and mainframes, I will apply heading 2 style. So mainframe heading is here. We have the storage and output heading here. So for these two, I will apply heading 2 style. And then the SU style, which is for the remaining paragraphs of the document. So I will select the remaining paragraphs. You can do this style in the beginning so that you can apply the SU style to the whole document and then change only the headings one by one. So let's apply it on this one also. So here I will change the style to SU. Now once we have done that, we have applied the style. So let's apply a footer now, a center aligned footer that should display this text: Prep Computer Science PYP002. So I can copy this text, and here for the footer you can just double click in the bottom margin area and paste the text here and change its alignment to center. So it is center aligned, and it says insert an outside border around the text as well. So from the paragraph group we have the borders button. I can enable the outside border. So this is our footer. To go back to the document, you can just double click or close the header and footer. And then I need to insert the page number at top of the page in the format circle. So I will go to the insert tab, and again in the header and footer group, from page number button I can go to top of the page and choose circle format here. You need to scroll down to find out the circle format here, this one. So this is our header now. So to come back to the original document again, you can use close header and footer button, or you can double click in the document area. After that, I need to convert this paragraph that starts with supercomputers are among the fastest sentence. So I can copy this sentence and search for it. So here if I search, this is a paragraph which I want to change. So sometimes when you are writing a research paper for conference or journal, their requirement can be that the text should be in 2-column format. So to convert, let's say, this paragraph to 2-column format, you can go to the layout tab, and from here you can choose columns and change it to 2 columns format. So it will look something like this. After that, it says insert an endnote after the word SST. So let's search for this word as well. So here if I search for SSTs, I will find the word here in the storage paragraph. So you select the word, and then here I need to insert an endnote, not a footnote. Footnote will display the definition at the end of the same page, while the endnote will display the definition at end of the document. So again, from the references tab, you will see besides footnote there is an endnote button as well. So if I click on it, it will go to the end of the document and ask us for the definition. So the definition is listed here, that is the solid state drives is a new generation of storage devices. So here I can just copy paste the definition with the text only, so that it will look something like this. After that, we need to create an empty two-column paragraph after the paragraph that says among the computers connected in a network. So I can search for this paragraph here, among the computers connected. So this is in the servers heading. So here at the end of this paragraph, I can insert an empty line. So here we have an empty line here, and I need to use first of all normal paragraph style for this empty line. So this empty line, I will change the style to normal, so it's a normal styled empty line, and then I need to convert it into two columns paragraph. So there are two ways to do that, using breaks, or the easier way is you can just select this empty line and change from the layout. You can change from here into two column format. You will see that also here in the ruler area, you will see there will be separation for the two column empty line paragraph. If you do not select this empty line, let me show you. So if I do not select this empty line, by simply clicking on the empty line, I go to column and change to two column, then the entire document will become in two column format, which we don't want. So let me undo this. So here we can select the empty line and change it to two column format, and then if you click on the left side, it will go to the first column. If you click on the right side, it will go to the second column. So here I will click on this left side here, and here in the left side I need to insert an image which is in our Word part 2 folder, and the height should be 3.1, width should be 4.21. So I will go to insert. I will so go to insert picture from this device, and here in the desktop I can go to Word part 2 and insert this picture. And then I need to change the height and the width of the image. But first I will remove the lock on aspect ratio. So height should be 3.1 and width should be 4.21. So I will go to the size advanced settings. I will remove the lock, and then I will put the height as 3.1 and the width as 4.21, and after that I can press OK. So here we have height 3.1 and width 4.21. After that, we need to click on the right side of the image so that we are still in the first column, and now I want to insert a table in the second column. To move to the second column, the easier way is you can press enter until you go to the next column, but the proper method is you can go to the layout and put a column break here. So if I put a column break, it will move to the next column, and in the next column I can insert a table here. So here this table here is again four rows and two column table. So here we have 4-row 2-column table with the style normal. So let's see what is the information that we need to insert in this table here. So we need to type the term, the name, ID and section. So you can type here by selecting these two cells. We can first merge them together just like before. We can choose center alignment and then choose the term, which is, in fact, we need to make sure we are using the normal style. So I will choose the normal style here. So in the center alignment, I will type now term 221. Then we have the name, we have the ID, and we have the section. And on the right side, you can type your name, whatever your ID is, and the section. So that will insert this 2-column paragraph with which we have picture in the first column and a table in the second column. And then we will use the list tab just like we did before for the list of items which are written here, supercomputer and name and number of cores. So this list of item is here. So what I will do is I will select this list of items, and then what I will do here is I will go to paragraph settings, and then I will choose the tabs option. And here let's see what are the tabs we need to create. A left tab at 1.5 inch position without any leaders, then a right tab at 8-inch position with dotted leader. So let's do that. 1.5 inch left aligned, no leaders I will set. Then at 8-inch right aligned tab with dotted leaders, then I will set it here. So we have two tabs at 1.5 inch and 8-inch position. Now I can press OK, and then we can use the tab key on the keyboard to arrange this list of items accordingly. So here we have the list of items with the name value pairs, which is arranged here. So after completing this step, we need to save our file, and then we will do a list or numbering style. And let me remove this here also. I think it's using the heading 1 style, so we need to make sure that it's using normal style, this empty line here. So we have the document here. So before we do the list or numbering style, we will make sure we are at the end of the document. So here I will go to the paragraph group, and here you will see we have the option of bullets, we have the option of numbering, and then we have the multi-level list option. From here we can define the new list style. Do not use multi-level list, you have to use this new list style option. So let me close this one here. So if I click on define new list style, so it will ask me for the style name. Here you can choose any style name, it's fine, but the important thing is we have to connect level 1 to paragraph style st. So like we discussed in the class, we have 3 steps when we are working with list styles. The first step is to decide on how many number of levels we need to number according to the output. So here if you look at the output, you will notice we have the top level which have the main headings which are numbered in Roman integrals like I1, I2 and I3. Then we have sub-level headings which are I-1, I-2 and I-3. So this is our second level. And then we have the third level of numberings like I-3-A, I-3-B. So here total number of levels or the depth that we need to number here is basically 3. Secondly, we need to connect each level with a paragraph style. So this information is already provided in the instruction. So if you notice here in the instruction, it already says that level 1 should be connected to ST style, level 2 should be connected to heading 1, and level 3 should be connected to heading 2 style, because these are the ones which we are using for the main heading, the subheading and the subheadings. So here I will write it down that our first level, which is level 1 is using the ST style. We have level 2 which is using the heading 1 style, and we have level 3 which is using the heading 2 style. The third step, when we want to create list style, the third step is to define the numbering at each level. So to define the numbering at each level, what we have to do is, if we are writing our own report, we have the freedom, but when we are doing the exercises, we have to follow the output which is provided. You can see here the first level is using the Roman integrals I1, I2, I3 with a dot. So I will write it down here that level 1 is using basically the I1, I2, basically the Roman integrals, and it is ending with a dot. Then for the level 2, numbering. Let's look at the output. So if you look at the output, the level 2 numbering basically begins with this I, which is from the top level, which is from level 1. And then we have a dash, which is the separator. And then we have the numbering of this second level, which is simple 1, 2, 3 numbers. So here I can write it down that we start with a number from level 1. If it is I1, I2, I3, it will be brought from that level. And then we have the separator in this case, which is dot, and then the numbering at this level, which is 1, 2, 3. And similarly, we can define the numbering for level 3 now. So if you look at level 3, you can see this I, it comes from level 1. Then we have the separator, which is dash, which we will type ourselves. Then this 3, it comes from level 2, because level 2 heading number was 3, so I got 3 here. So we start with level 1 from left to right, then we put dash, then we have level 2, then we put another separator dash, and then the numbering at third level is capital ABC. So I can write it down in this way, that is, we have level 1, then the separator, then level 2, then we have another separator, and then the numbering at this level is capital ABCs. So to do these 3 steps, we will use the list style. So once again, in the last heading, make sure you are in the last heading, and then in the paragraph group, I will go to the list or multi-level list and choose new list style. And from here in this window, you can name it anything you want. I will keep it style 1. Then I can go to format and choose the numbering for our document. And before we do anything here, first we click on more button so that we get the expanded view. So we can modify up to 9 levels of numbering in Microsoft Word. Right now we will only edit 3. So level 1, level 2 and level 3. The second step was to connect each level to the paragraph style. Level 1 to ST, level 2 to heading 1, level 3 to heading 2. So here I will click on level 1 and I will connect it to ST style. Similarly, I will click on level 2 and I will link it to heading 1 style, and I will click on level 3 and link it to heading 2 style. So I'll go back to level 1 now. So my second step in multi-level list is complete. Now I can define the numbering at each level. So I will select level 1 and delete everything from this box first, and I will define the numbering at this level, that will be the Roman integrals. But here once again, notice in the output, after the Roman integral we have a separator which is dot here. So I will type the dot myself here. Then I can go to level 2. So here once again the method is we delete everything from here first, and then we choose the numbering from these other 2 boxes. So left to right at level 2, our numbering begins with acquiring the number from level 1 first. So I will choose here include level number from, I will choose level 1, so that it will automatically get the Roman integral I. After that we need to type the separator ourselves. So here I will type the dash, and then the numbering at this level, which should be 1, 2, 3. So I will select from here 1, 2, 3. Then I can go to level 3, delete everything from here as well. And now again I will begin with level 1, left to right, then a dash, level 2, left to right, then another dash, and then I can type here capital ABC. So please notice we do not type the number here ourselves from the keyboard. We can only type the separator. The numbers here should be automatically generated by using these selection buttons we have in this window. So once we are done with this window, I can press OK here and press the OK button again. So that will automatically number my entire report. So here notice we have the first heading, I-1, 2, 3 and so on. So we have this document in which we have done all the numbering automatically. So let's move on to the next step, which is related to table of content. So once we have created the list or the number style correctly, and we have also applied the paragraph styles correctly, so generating table of content is super easy. So if you do this manually, for example, if you look at the output here, to generate this table of content here, this one, if you have a long report, it will take a lot of time to check where are the headings and what are the page numbers of those headings. To do this automatically, we only need the first two steps from the multi-level list style. So if we know these two things, then we can generate table of content automatically. So let's do that. It's very simple. So what you will do is you will go to the end of the document, and after the table of content heading, you can press enter. It will make an empty line which I need to change to normal style. So I will change it to normal style. So we have a simple empty line here. And then from references tab, I can choose table of content. And here I can choose custom table of content. And let's look at the settings which we need to edit. It says here it should be in formal format with dotted leader. So here I can choose the format which is formal, and the tab leaders, they are already dots. But the important thing we need to do here is to tell Microsoft Word that we have three levels. Level 1 is using this ST style, level 2 and 3 are using heading 1 and heading 2 respectively. So here you can control the number of levels, which is already 3. Then I can go to options, and here I will define the levels, which the paragraph styles which I am using at each level. TOC level here means table of content level. So let me remove these heading 1, heading 2 and heading 3 here. So our level 1, number 1 should go to the style ST. So I will find ST here. I will make sure it is using table of content level 1. Then at level 2 we were using heading 1 style. So I will put here number 2. And for the third level we were using heading 2 style. So these are the two steps we have to do. Connect the paragraph style with the table of content level. This is okay. And choose the format. We have three levels and the format is formal with dotted leaders. And that's it. If you press OK now, that will automatically generate this table of content. And one thing's missing here, the background of this one should be orange, so I will change from the bucket here. It should be orange colored. So this is the end of this exercise here. I hope you understand this video. So if you have any questions, you can contact us in the office hours. Thank you.